The United States is home to 50 diverse states, each with its own charm, opportunities, and lifestyle. But which ones stand out as the best? Whether you're looking for job opportunities, great weather, or a high quality of life, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll count down the top 10 best states in the USA based on factors like economy, safety, affordability, and overall livability. Stick around till the end to see if your state made the cut. Let's dive in. Number 10, Massachusetts. Starting off our list at number 10, we have Massachusetts, the land of brainiacs, baked beans, and brutal housing costs. If you've ever dreamed of living in a state where half your neighbors have PhDs and the other half are die-hard Red Sox fans, this might be the place for you. Massachusetts consistently ranks as one of the smartest states in the country, thanks to institutions like Harvard and MIT. The economy is absolutely solid. Tech, biotech, and finance are booming here. The healthcare system is also top-notch. And if you love history, this place is basically a giant museum with better restaurants. But let's talk about the not-so-great part: it's expensive. Housing costs in Boston are insane, traffic is a nightmare. And if you're not a fan of unpredictable New England weather, you might want to reconsider. That said, if you can afford it and don't mind long winters, Massachusetts is a fantastic place to call home. Number 9, Florida. Coming in at number 9, we've got Florida, the Sunshine State, America's retirement home, the place where it can be 85 degrees and pouring rain at the same time. Florida has a lot going for it. No state income tax is a huge win. It also has gorgeous beaches and theme parks. Whether you're in Miami, Tampa, Orlando, or one of the many beach towns, there's always something to do. The job market is solid, especially in tourism, healthcare, and tech. And let's be honest, if you love warm weather, this is paradise. But here's the thing: Florida is not for everyone. The summers are hot and humid, the traffic is insane. And hurricanes. You'll get those too. Also, if you're not a fan of alligators randomly showing up in your backyard, you might want to reconsider. Number 8, Washington. At number 8, we have Washington, the state, not the capital. You'd be surprised how many people still mix that up. If you love coffee, tech jobs, and the great outdoors, Washington is the place to be. Home to companies like Amazon and Microsoft, the job market is booming, especially in Seattle. The state has no income tax, which is a huge plus, and if you're into hiking, skiing, or just staring at mountains dramatically, Washington has some of the most stunning scenery in the country. But let's be real, the rain is a thing. If you can't handle months of gloomy, drizzly weather, this might not be your vibe. Also, Seattle's cost of living is climbing fast. And the traffic? Let's just say, you'll have plenty of time to enjoy those overpriced lattes while sitting in it. Number 7, Vermont. Rolling in at number 7, we've got Vermont, the land of maple syrup, Bernie Sanders, and more cows than people. If you're looking for small-town charm, scenic beauty, and a slower pace of life, Vermont is a dream. The crime rate is low, the air is fresh, and it's also one of the most environmentally friendly states, with a big focus on sustainability and local farming. Plus, if you love skiing, Vermont has some of the best slopes on the East Coast. But here's the catch: Vermont is not for city people. If you need nightlife, fast food on every corner, or, a population larger than a high school reunion, you might feel a little isolated. The winters are brutal, snowstorms are a regular event. And the cost of living isn't as low as you might think. But if cozy, quiet, and community-focused is your thing, Vermont is hard to beat. Number 6, Iowa. At number 6, we have Iowa. Yes, Iowa. The state that proves you don't need beaches or mountains to be one of the best places to live. Iowa is one of the most affordable states in the country. The cost of living is low, the unemployment rate is consistently one of the best in the US. And the people are super friendly. It's also one of the safest states, with low crime rates and a strong sense of community. If you like small cities with big opportunities, places like Des Moines and Cedar Rapids are growing fast. Of course, there are some downsides. First, the weather is unpredictable. You get scorching summers, brutal winters, and the occasional tornado just to keep things interesting. Also, if you're looking for nightlife, extreme adventure, or, anything resembling an ocean, you might get a little bored. But if you're after stability, affordability, and good people, Iowa is a fantastic place to call home. Number 5, Idaho. Cracking the top 5, we've got Idaho. Yes, the state best known for potatoes, but trust me, there's a lot more going on here. Idaho has exploded in popularity over the past few years, and for good reason. The cost of living is still relatively affordable, at least compared to its western neighbors. The economy is growing. And it's an outdoor lover's paradise. Hiking, skiing, whitewater rafting. If you love adventure, Idaho has it all. Plus, Boise has become one of the fastest growing cities in the country, with a booming job market and a solid quality of life. But before you start packing your bags, here's the catch: housing prices have been skyrocketing thanks to the influx of people moving in. Also, Idaho isn't exactly known for big city life, so if you're looking for endless nightlife or a ton of cultural diversity, it might not be your scene. That said, if you want stunning nature, a strong economy, and a great place to raise a family, Idaho is one of the best bets out there. Number 4, Minnesota. Coming in at number 4, we have Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes, extreme weather, and some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Minnesota consistently ranks as one of the best states to live in thanks to its strong economy, low unemployment, and top-tier healthcare and education systems. The Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul, offer plenty of job opportunities, great food, and a solid arts and culture scene. Plus, if you love the outdoors, Minnesota is packed with lakes, trails, and parks that make it a dream for nature lovers. Now, the downside? The winters here are no joke. If you think you've experienced cold, spend a January in Minnesota and get back to me. Also, housing costs in the Twin Cities have been climbing, but compared to the coasts, it's still pretty reasonable. That said, if you can handle the snow and love a strong sense of community, Minnesota is an amazing place to call home. Number 3, Nebraska. Taking the number 3 spot, we've got Nebraska. Yes, Nebraska. The Cornhusker State, where the cost of living is low, the economy is strong, and the people are shockingly friendly. Here's the deal. Nebraska is one of the most underrated states in the country. The job market is rock solid, thanks to a strong agriculture, finance, and tech sector. Unemployment is low, and salaries are pretty decent compared to the super affordable cost of living. Cities like Omaha and Lincoln offer a great balance of job opportunities, entertainment, and a growing food scene. Plus, if you hate traffic, you're in luck. Commute times here are some of the shortest in the nation. Now, let's talk about the not-so-great parts. First, Nebraska isn't exactly a thrill-seeker's paradise. If you need beaches, mountains, or wild nightlife, you might get bored. Also, the weather? Hot summers, cold winters, and more wind than you'd ever want. But if you're after affordability, stability, and friendly neighbors, Nebraska is one of the best places to live in the U.S. Number 2, New Hampshire. At number 2, we've got New Hampshire, the state that somehow flies under the radar, despite being one of the best places to live in America. First off, no state income tax and no sales tax, which means you get to keep more of your hard-earned money. The economy is strong, crime rates are some of the lowest in the country, and the schools are top-notch. If you love the outdoors, New Hampshire has it all: mountains, lakes, hiking, skiing, and some of the most beautiful fall scenery you'll ever see. So, what's the catch? Well, winters can be brutal, and if you need big city life, this might not be your vibe. Boston is close, but New Hampshire itself is mostly small towns and charming villages. Also, while there's no sales tax, property taxes can be a little rough. But overall, if you want a safe, tax-friendly, and naturally stunning place to live, New Hampshire is hard to beat. Number 1, Utah. And finally, taking the number 1 spot as the best state in the U.S., we've got Utah, where the economy is booming, the scenery is unreal, and just about everyone seems way too happy. Seriously, Utah has been dominating quality of life rankings for years. The economy is one of the strongest in the country, with a thriving tech industry. They call it Silicon Slopes for a reason. Unemployment is super low, crime rates are some of the lowest in the nation. And if you love the outdoors, Utah is basically paradise. national parks, world-class skiing, and landscapes that look like something out of a sci-fi movie. Now, let's be real, it's not perfect. The cost of housing has been rising fast. And if you're looking for a crazy nightlife scene, Salt Lake City isn't exactly Vegas. But if you want a strong economy, incredible nature, and a fantastic place to raise a family, Utah takes the crown as the best state in the US. And that's our list. Do you agree? Disagree? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more.